So I'm waiting for a taxi to drive me to the car repair shop so I can actually pick up my car after being 2.5 weeks in the repair shop. So I literally got half an hour now before they close. It takes 15 minutes to get there. It's gonna cut it close. Got a super busy day today, but despite having a busy day, you got to make time for the things that you know you need to do. But having those set routines is really going to help you get back into the rhythm of things. So on the weekend I was in Perth doing a one-day event that I've never done before, and the reason why I did it was actually a challenge to myself. It was something that I felt like I've always wanted to do, but really didn't have the guts to do it. My mastermind that I'm part of called me up on it a couple of weeks ago and saying, this is what you should really try to do and experiment and just give it a shot. The hesitation for starting anything new for all of us is usually not knowing exactly how it's going to come out. The fear of not knowing oftentimes paralyzes us. And the second thing it also does is that you're looking for perfection. We're looking and seeking for the right moment, the perfect opportunity, the perfect outline, the perfect framework to be able to actually go and implement it.
You know, everybody's looking for like the perfect strategy or the perfect tactic.
And the fact of the matter is that there is no perfect strategy. There is no perfect marketing plan. There is no perfect script. What you're searching for doesn't actually exist. Are there really good scripts out there? Are there really good marketing plans? Absolutely. But it may not be perfect for you.
So, I mean, I hear people say all the time, for example, hey, webinars are where it's at, man. You got to make the webinars happen because the webinars are going to crush it for you. Maybe, but if you suck at webinars, maybe not. You know, oh, speaking is where it's at. Speak on stage and then sell on stage. Boom! Here's the truth. I love speaking on stage. I'm not great at selling on stage. And so for me to be positioned in a place where I have to sell something from stage, I get all clampy, my hands get wet. The reality is there is no perfect way. There's only a good way or better ways and ways that work for you. At the end of the day, is there one super tactic or strategy? Yeah, it's the one that works for you. It's the one that you're comfortable with. It's the one that makes sense for you to do. I like how Gary Vee says it. Basically, Gary Vee is like, don't spend any time working on your weaknesses, but double down on your strength.
One of the participants on the weekend haven't pulled the trigger on revamping the practice, even though it is something she knew she had to do for the last 2 years. She was waiting to figure out what was the perfect practice that she wanted to build. And one of the questions I posed to the group, what if you went with the attitude that there is no perfect practice? I can guarantee you that most people who are striving for the perfect practice are usually dissatisfied with that perfection in the near future. What that does is that it removes the heavy expectation that you place upon yourself that you have to get it right. Maybe you should ask the question is, what is the perfect practice look like to you for the next 3 years? Because in 3 years' time, you give yourself the opportunity to really change it up, to create the next evolution of who you are, rather than being stuck with what you thought was perfection and boxing yourself in to that you can't change this now. This is why I love the term experimentation, is that for me, this weekend was an experiment. This is what the 90-day sprints are all about. It's about creating experiments for you to trial something and see if whether or not it's right for you. Is it aligned with who you are? We spend so much time dreaming of perfection, it takes so long to even execute it, and most people don't even execute. But what if that you create a plan for just an X period of time and learn from those lessons and then make it better next time? The question shouldn't be about asking what's perfect about this plan. The question you should be asking is, why haven't I executed? What am I actually afraid of? Change is what people notice. Change is what gets attention. Change is what allows you to become more of who you are. What if you were able to pull this off? What if you were able to just do what feels right with you? The other question you might want to ask yourself is, who loses out if you don't do this?
And I'm gonna call you out on that. You are a freaking bad friend. You know, we've known each other for quite some time, and this guy, Nick, has just like literally written a book. All of a sudden, like, he doesn't even tell his good friends to say, hey guys, I got this book. Tell us about your book, man.
Literally, it was 5 to 10 years in the making. Everything I learned about how to market and advertise on social today. Number one, the book is available at a 66% discount. So it's literally available for $3.99 US. 100% of the proceeds taken from the book are given to charity water.
What are you making? What are you making? That looks delicious.
Tomorrow is my birthday, and I'm not expecting any gifts.
But instead of maybe wishing me happy birthday, could you do me this huge favor? Could you go to givebook.info and purchase for $3.99 a book from my good friend Nicholas Kusmich. Help him get to the #1 on the Wall Street Journal. It's $3.99. You get a $200 bonus video session on Facebook marketing. As a favor to me, all the proceeds goes to Charity Water. Celebrate my birthday by buying a book from Nick. I would really appreciate that. Well, looks like it's all repaired, all set. 2.5 weeks, $7,000 worth of damage. Most important thing, I finally got the car back.